Right, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharakah Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And real quick, I'm gonna keep it nice and short and sweet. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. The Bible says the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Esau has a goal, which is to bring in this New World Order police state, mass surveillance, pre-crime, whatever you want to call it, right? And so he has to manipulate the people into basically agreeing with it. Now you got two sides of the divide that they have created. You got the left and the right. Now, for those of you who've been paying attention, when the left was in power, the right, they want to say what they want to say. They believe in the Constitution and First Amendment rights and free speech, right? And the left at the time was like, no, the words that you're speaking are hurting me, blah, 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 blah. And you had something called cancel culture. So cancel culture, where the leftists would pretty much get someone cancelled for saying the wrong thing. They might lose their job, lose sponsorships, they get doxxed, all these different type of things. And of course, the right was against that. Oh yeah, they're snowflakes. Oh, they're just too sensitive. Freedom of speech. I could say what I want to say. If I want to say the N word, I could say it. Blah 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 blah. Right. So that was the stance. Now, what do you see with this Charlie Kirk event? And I'm not going to say too much more than that, because whether you believe this shit or not, for this purposes of this video, it doesn't matter. All right. Right. So this Charlie Kirk event got these right wingers in their feelings. And now look at the overall narrative. The narrative is that the rhetoric which the left speak against right wingers has caused an individual to be keyword radicalized and take someone's life. And anyone who said anything bad about Charlie Kirk, which of course is your First Amendment right, isn't it not? Free speech. You could say good things, you could say bad things about anyone. This is what the right previously believed in. Now they're saying, well, if you said anything bad about Charlie Kirk, then you're also responsible. Right? Then if you celebrate Charlie Kirk getting killed, which is your First Amendment right, they're saying that you should be fired, you should be cancelled. So what have they managed to do here? They've managed to get the right against their own so-called principles to be against free speech, to believe in censorship, surveillance, yada, yada, yada. So now the left and the right are on the same page, just against each other. But who has this power? The tech companies and the government. And ultimately, they wanted this power to use against everyone. But they manipulate the situation using the left-right paradigm to get the people to go along with pushing these agendas. And everyone thinks when they're pushing the agenda, it's in their benefit against everyone else, when really it's going to fall back on your own head. And so this is why it says 2 Corinthians 2, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of these devices. Because what this is going to lead to is more of the onboarding of things like Palantir, things like Gideon, where they're going to be going through your social media, right? Surveilling you, which they already do. This is just now going to become something that the public becomes aware of. Then you start talking about pre-crime. Then you start talking about social credit scores based upon your behavior and the things you say, right? Then you start talking about things like, oh, you say that America is going to be destroyed. We got to look at that. Is that radical? You see where I'm coming from here? And this is what's happening. The people who would be more likely to be against the police state are now the same people who are calling for the police state. And this is how manipulation works. This is how the left-right paradigm and these events that they put together, this is how they use these events to manipulate the people. All right. Now let's have a look at this.
We have no idea what the shooter,
Look, man, the majority of these attacks are orchestrated events. I'm just gonna come out and say it. They're orchestrated events. Sandy Hook, all this shit. Like, the majority of them are orchestrated events. Like, but anyway.
Issue was, what the motivation was. Was it connected somehow to the story they were covering? Right. Was it not? Was there some personal event? We have no idea.
And again, this is all linked. Look at the video I did talking about the use of the term terrorism with the gangs, and this is all part of the same boa constrictor, which is going to come down on the people. A new world order police state infrastructure, which is going to be designed to crush the people, not the left or the right, the people. It's for everyone. All right. And it's really going to come after us, the Israelites, because the system is gonna interpret our doctrine as being anti-America. You understand this, right? This is we're talking about Babylon the Great being destroyed. It just is what it is. Now we know that we're non-violent, but so are most of these left wingers. They don't really want no one, but they're saying, well, if you speak bad things about Charlie Kirk, then if somebody goes and does something, it's your fault. Do you see where this thing's heading?
They posted, they warned us, they told the world exactly what they were going to do.
This is all going to come back on us too.
But no one saw it in time. What if your department could see the threat before it happens? Gideon is the first real-time...
Pre-crime, real-time. This is the MOTB system.
An AI system built to detect threats online before they become attacks. Anonymous networks flagging behavior, predicting...
Notice that thing on it said Martyr School Revenge. Anyway.
Danger. We don't get a second chance. Let's not miss the next one.
Right. So this is what they're gonna be pushing, and of course you're gonna go with these right wing agents. They're already pushing for it. Andrew Tate and all that stuff. Alex Jones. These are all the people who before would be against the Prison Planet. They're for the Prison Planet now because it's against the left. So we're definitely in that time, man, and more things are gonna happen to push through this dystopian hellscape that Esau's gonna bring down on the people, which brings us closer and closer to getting the hell out of here. All of this is gonna be used against the elect, but guess what? The elect ultimately are gonna prevail because Yahweh Shai has the victory. And they're not gonna get to establish their new world order and destroy the elect. But good luck to you. So Job 5 and it's 12, it says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, right? That's the serpent, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried long. Because what do they want to do? They want to create a system or a world where they have everybody under control. And this is what they're using all these events to bring to pass. You know, with this so-called shooter that killed this dude, now it's like, oh, he was on Discord, he was talking about it. This is all anyway, this is all very convenient for the agenda that they want to push. And that's what you're going to see being rolled out more and more and more and more. And like I said, this stuff has really already been surveilling everybody through the Patriot Act. But they want to bring these systems out into the open. All right. So we're definitely in these times, man, where, you know, we're very close to the end. Very, very close. These things are rapidly coming to pass. All right, so stay vigilant and keep your eyes open, right? And don't be saying no stupid shit online. Don't give these men a layup. All right, if they're gonna accuse us of something, only let it be either a lie or it's we just said what the word of the Bible said. Simple as that. All right. So if we're gonna be prosecuted, let it be for the word of the Lord, or they just straight up lying, and that's it. Don't say some stupid shit that is unnecessary. Stick to the scriptures. Shalom.